Welcome to another edition of Grown Ass Man, coming to you from the beautiful, or not so beautiful today, studios of Radio Titans in Los Angeles. I'm Carl Kozlowski, and with me are my fabulous and illustrious co-hosts,
Ed Galvez,
Christina Myers.
And it is our first time back for a couple weeks off, and looking forward to a great show today with comics Eric James and
Chris Gordon, all the way from Canada.
Really? Wow. So, Eric, I met last night I ran a show at the Muse on 8th, awesome vegetarian coffee shop, and it was a lot of fun. We did a show where Leah Knauer did the national anthem at the beginning. And
I love Leah Knauer. She's a hoot.
I know, yeah. It's like I'm in the Leah business, man. She's awesome. And then we had the Futurnauts, Jake Friday and Kevin Corcoran played a couple audience members. They were really funny. Jake pretended like he was a first-time poet, and he tries doing this simple poem, and then Kevin was like his heckling brother, who's the National Poet Laureate, and just completely destroying him. And then a lot of other stuff. It was fun. So piano music and comedy and singing and whatnot. But so what you guys been up to?
Wait, I've had meat at Cafe Muse.
Yeah? You what?
I've had meat there.
You have?
Yeah, the chicken and pesto sandwich.
I don't know. She says it's vegetarian. Is all over the signs.
Are you sure it wasn't faux meat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been living a lie.
You've been eating faux meat. Faux meat.
Let's see. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. My hometown paper did a story about me, and I just saw the link, but then my cousin who lives up there actually took a picture of the actual newspaper. It was pretty big
this?
on the front page of that section. Now here's the thing. Now they asked me if I want to come up and perform, and yes, but I'm kind of hesitant because I've heard that your hometown never truly appreciates you.
No, yeah.
So I'm just like,
really?
I've heard I'm just like that town made me. As far as
I was right, because in a way you're always like commenting on the town you're from.
What?
Do you feel like in a way some of your jokes have to almost be excluded if you're kind of being self-deprecating about your past?
Yeah, and it's also like I escaped from there for a reason.
Yeah, sure.
So
where is it? What town?
Salinas.
Uh-oh.
So,
Are they listening now?
I'm sure they don't.
I'm dying for my high school to bring me back.
Yeah, but like you said, they're really going to be putting you high.
How long were you suspended for?
Well, yeah, I haven't finished. I never graduated. Mostly because it's an awesome high school, so I don't want to. Peyton Manning went to my high school.
What?
Yeah. And also like the Hoover vacuum guy creator.
Oh my.
Yeah, the Hoover vacuum family creator.
Trevor Hoover?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I don't remember. Mr. Hoover. Actually, Mr. Hoover.
He's on Sesame Street, wasn't he? Oh, that's Mr. Hooper.
I just feel like with my sexuality podcast and whatnot, I mean, I'm just putting it all out there, and sex education needs to happen for youth. Maybe I could angle it with my high school to bring me back for the sex ed class.
Was it a Catholic high school?
No, kind of Jewish private.
Oh, okay. Because anyway, I just want to say that ain't going to happen.
A little more leeway, but so far they've only brought back the military guy from my year.
Oh.
Yeah, West Point and I don't know, fought in Afghanistan, all upstanding. Now he's at Harvard. Ooh, fancy pants.
I don't know.
Doesn't talk about his sex. Okay, women need to talk about their sex. We're gonna get that orgasm equality on equal footing soon.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So I went back to my grade school in 2012 and 14. They actually had me play the cafeteria, and it's
whoa, glamour!
It was actually a fun idea. I mean, I wish I had.
Who doesn't want lunch and comedy?
It was a what?
Who doesn't want lunch and comedy?
I know, right? And so the lunch lady opened for me. I went back and I did it was like the 100th anniversary of my grade school, and I had a great crowd and everything was going awesome. And then my brother, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but he's like, "You don't need to hire a sound guy. My friend does this." Well, his friend is blind, and his friend has amazing sound abilities, supposedly.
if you're blind,
exactly.
They do talk about how they're heightened. They make great drummers, apparently, also, because they feel the beat, the timing, rather than trying to listen. Oh, no, wait, that would be if you're deaf. Oh, deaf. It's that deaf people are really good drummers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they feel the rhythm rather than hear it, and they're not trying to, like, sync their ear to what other people are doing, so they're really good, like a metronome.
Wow.
That's what they say.
No,
sorry, back to you.
No, but he wound up like blowing the sound.
Facts.
I couldn't believe it. It's like, wait a minute, I can understand if he bricked the camera shot, but the sound was like total mud. That was
That's
hopeless.
hysterical.
I'm like, thanks, bro. That was like the coolest show I'll ever have in my life because it was just so weird and unique, and everybody was.
But you think that's gonna you need to set your goals higher, Carl? If you think that's the coolest show you've
no, because who else does a show? I thought it'd be an awesome go back and do it as a special. Like hey, like. I don't know. I thought it would be kind of a funny setting for a show. Do it in your grade school cafeteria, a big show. Mock out everybody in that.
Wait, so it was a bunch of kids?
No, it was
adults.
100 years of alums. People.
Oh no, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was a packed cafeteria with a bingo sign behind me, big glowing bingo
You're
board.
from Little Rock, right?
Yeah,
was the guy from Walmart there? Did he go to your high school?
No.
Or middle school?
No.
Oh.
But yeah.
Chelsea Clinton.
No, nobody famous.
Come on, not a single person?
That's why they were so impressed.
Ellen DeGeneres went to my middle school.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to think, Lauryn Hill dropped out of my university.
Miss Lauryn Hill?
I know. I was really upset about graduating because I thought only the successful people had dropped, the famous people dropped out. I mean, I think Jake Gyllenhaal graduated.
Where'd you go?
Columbia.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But my middle school, I
because
think
you're
just
half Colombian?
Ellen. No, and it causes a lot of confusion. I'll be talking about Colombia, the country, and then people are like, "What? Like, when did you salsa dance at that gala? On campus?" And I'm like, "No, that's the country."
Which Columbia had more coke?
The university, for sure. I'm pretty sure Colombia, the country, is funneling it to America, where it's being consumed actively.
Yeah, in the country,
New York and LA.
Yeah, they don't stay up late studying.
Yeah, and I also don't. It's interesting because I have not encountered it in Colombia. I mean, I think that the crackdown, no pun intended, is so harsh there that you don't want to be caught with it. I mean, the offense is grave, And I think there's also for kind of the more educated classes. I mean, I'm sure everyone who isn't into doing drugs or sponsoring that industry, is interested in moving away from that stereotype in their country. And so I think there's a lot of pride in not being a drug user. I also have never been offered marijuana there. They drink a lot. I was actually shocked. I think they drink more than New Orleans. I was like, oh my God, they're alcoholics. And I started throwing shots over my shoulder because I couldn't, they'd throw their heads back and I'd be like, ah, and toss it over my shoulder and be like, hi, we're so drunk together. Because it was a lot.
Slipping behind you.
Yeah. I mean, this one guy kind of caught me because I had hidden some on the table with the others. And he was like, wait a minute, that shot's half full. And I had this horribly guilty face. I was like, oh God. I thought he was going to peer pressure me, but he actually... I felt like this was, this is a gentlemanly thing to do. He was like, I will finish your shots.
Very classy.
What I mean is no peer pressure. He was supportive and was like, I'll help you. And I was like, what a gentleman. What a drunk ass gentleman.
I remember one time years ago at is it Cabo Cantina in LA? There's a couple of those. Yeah. So I'm at Cabo Cantina, which I've never been to before since. Totally not my scene. But and there were these two girls just going around just blatantly every 10 minutes switching tables like, hey guys, what's up? And everybody, including us, was dumb enough to buy the drinks. And they're just, the second they're done, it's next table.
Do you think they made a bet before getting there? Can we get every table to buy us a drink? That's kind of fun.
Probably.
I think we should try that, guys.
It'll work for us.
Yeah.
You.
I was gonna say,
get cocktail waitress jobs and try to sell shots to.
No, we're gonna go to a bar or I don't know, a restaurant and see if we can get the tables to buy us drinks.
Right.
Maybe it's just something women do.
Yes.
I've never planned it, but as you're telling me the story, I'm like, that's funny.
I think if you took me or Ed along, it would probably detract from your ability, or at least me. Okay? I can't speak
They'd
for
be
Ed,
very
I'm sorry.
confused.
I'm just saying that they always want to give it to the hot women and not, I don't think guys can
I mean,
get away
if
with
you
that.
make them laugh, I feel like it goes a long way. People think you're great, and there's camaraderie, and they'll slap you on the back and buy you a beer.
So what you do is go to bars near hostels, because then the traveling Europeans, they're so happy to make friends that they'll be like,
Aww.
There you go.
That's Ed's MO.
Well,
no.
Well, speaking of making friends, a couple of friends walked in the room.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Wait, I had a funny joke.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say... Shit. I was going to say, Ed's, that's his MO with the foreign men. And he's only woken up once in a different hostel area. It's gone very well. He only woke up once. Like, where am I? That was it.
I'm woken up all over the place saying, where am I? But that's a whole other story.
Happy feminist.
Yeah, the happy feminist. I was going to say, speaking of the drinking and not peer pressuring, I was at Burning Man and there's this one character who was like, I'm going to take, what's the drug? The ecstasy one. But it's Molly. Got a new name. Yeah, Molly. And he was like, I'm taking, he's like, oh no, he was like already, oh no. He said, do you want to take Molly together? And I was like, I just got here. I'm going to take my time. He's like, well, I think we should do Molly. Do you want to do Molly together? Let's do Molly together. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And then I think I went to the bathroom and I came back and he's like, I took my Molly. And it was like, okay, well now you're high on Molly and like, I don't want to be. And then it was this peer pressuring. I was like, not cool. Now I think you're like a creepy predator and I'm afraid to finish my drink.
Yeah.
Just FYI, not the way to approach it. He could have still won the round, like he could have won me over had he not gotten desperate. Like, right? Is that like a desperate move? It was like throbbing in his brain, obviously. Like, maybe if I pop it, it'll make her want to pop it.
And then how was he an hour later?
He didn't. I was worried he was going to get really creepy, but he seemed to sort of stay in a similar state of mind. He didn't. Actually, this was funny. I think he did kiss me at the tent. And my friend, I was like, God, he keeps following me around. And they're like, didn't you make out at the tent? And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe we did. Oh, the shit that happens.
Well, you know what they say, when in Burning Man, do as the Romans do.
Yeah, I think I stared at an LED tree for like 3 hours. It seemed like 10 minutes, but I think...
On Molly?
How it goes.
No, something called... Should I be talking... Yeah. It's called 2CI.
I heard about that for the first time last night. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was really...
What is it? Is it a pill? Is it a powder?
It was a powder in a capsule, like a capsule.
Gel cap?
Yeah, gel cap. Because I originally was like, can't I just take half a tablet? And my friend was like, it's powder in a pill. Just take it. And I was like, I'm scared. I'm not a big drug user. I'm not. I was like, what's going to happen? Yes, actually, she's very much like that. She's a powerful character.
Explains a few things.
Yeah. And but she's I knew that she's protective. So I was like, okay, Mama Bear, I'm going to take it. Just hold my hand, which she did. Actually, I think she got a little nauseous, and I ended up loving it. And I was like, this is magical. I was like, wow, things are so beautiful. But I don't even know. It essentially created spatial distortion in a way. And you could kind of shake it off and be very lucid with people. But then you would, if you stared at something, everything would sort of become kaleidoscopic and magical, and the lights were intensified. But spatially, we seemed to be kind of like couldn't orient ourselves. So we had one person not on drugs, and we'd be like, "We want to go to that statue that way," and we'd point, and we'd start walking that way. And she was like, "Okay, now angle 30 degrees left, like it's actually there." And we're like, "What's going on?" All right, so that's my drug tangent.
Hey,
that's like my one and only experience. I swear.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything else?
No. Okay, I've like tried things once. Actually, if I had a drug choice, mushrooms are really fun.
Oh.
Small amounts, though. I mean, I think people think you need to like be high as a kite and like lost, but it's like just take a nibble.
Awesome.
I'm not promoting drugs. No coercion. I'm just.
Oh yeah, this will help with the high school trip too.
Oh no! I want to go to my high school.
Oh my God, you're gonna be the worst guest speaker. You're gonna be the best at the same time, the worst guest speaker ever. Best to the kids, worst to the adults. But we really got to introduce our guest here. So,
let's get him talking about
ladies and gentlemen, I met this guy last night at the Muse on 8th, but one of the funniest people I think I've seen in a very long time, Mr. Eric James. How you doing?
How you doing?
Carl's picking up men
How's
at the bar.
everyone doing today?
Say what?
So Carl's picking up men at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's the goal. Yeah.
He's a looker.
Did you buy him a drink, Eric?
He didn't even buy me one. He was just like, come to my house. I'm like, cool, let's do it. That's how it works in this town.
You're so easy.
I'm a guy.
Yeah, well, it doesn't happen every day.
Opportunity.
Yeah, you're like, what? I got invited to someone's house? Cool.
Yeah. So do you have any wild Burning Man or drug stories, Eric?
Well, I mean, I'm on Adderall and weed right now, but...
How well do they combine? What's going on there?
Yesterday, not too well, but together right now, they're doing really well. Where, like, I'm super focused, but really relaxed about it. So I really enjoy that.
That is neat.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do, like,